Oh, so much learning going on. I absolutely love that. And we're going to continue that learning now while most of us enjoy a good look or a good book before bed, or some of us need a little bit more help when it comes to falling asleep. The world is absolutely obsessed with sleep, and so are we. Well, how much sleep are you getting is the question, and are you dreaming more during the pandemic perhaps? And are you even sleeping at all, bro? You know what I mean? Now, these are questions that are endless, but our homeware editor, Danielle Weakley, is here to tell us how to maximize on sleep without any additional hours. Danny, how are you doing this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Well rested.
Are you well rested? I see you definitely got your beauty sleep because the beauty's on point this morning. But I mean, the pandemic, it's caused chaos when it comes to sleep habits. How is it really affecting us overall?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's quite amazing, the sleep economy that's boomed out of this pandemic. We've always been mildly obsessed with our sleep, but never more so than in the last 18 months.
Yeah.
And I think as much as we're obsessed with our sleep, there are real health and wellness benefits to that obsession. We really need our sleep. Between exercise, diet, drinking enough water, sleep is a core pillar of wellness.
It's so true.
So we've kind of mildly given up on the fact that we're going to get it 100% right and we're going to cheat it instead by maximizing the different benefits of bedding and things like that to make sure we create sleep sanctuary.
I'm listening to you because I take this very seriously, and I know, especially when it comes to the competitive world, like we're talking about world champions, some of the fittest men, and the fittest man in the world, as an example, is only doing that because he sleeps more than anyone else. That's his advantage. He says it's like a superpower. So give me some of these powers.
Okay,
teach me, how can I get better
sleep?
sleep? And also at the same time, you've got this crazy theory where you can get better sleep without increasing the hours. Now that's where I think myself and the Mzansi are definitely listening. Talk us through this.
So obviously, first prize is getting enough sleep.
Yes,
but if you're not getting it right, you want to get as good a sleep as possible. And I think a lot of that can come down to the setup that you've got for sleeping. So if you're looking at bedding, you want to choose fabrics that you look at the thread count that can dictate your internal thermostat.
Okay.
So looking at sheets and at bedding and their thread counts. The different fabrics that you choose for your sheets and your duvets, whether it's bamboo, which is antiperspirant and very good for controlling kind of natural give and take of air, whether it's a brushed cotton because it's winter and you want something that's a little bit warmer and better for you to sleep in, exactly. Okay. Whether it's a microfiber, which is great for the sort of feel of it. It's got a really beautiful, silky, soft texture. Yeah. So kind of dictating thread counts, looking at the colours of your bedding. So there's a lot to be said for what calms you down in terms of colour palettes. And greys, silvers, soft blues, pale pinks, those sage greens, all those monotones really do impact the brain in terms of slowing you down and calming you down and sort of inviting you into a more sort of neutral, less anxious space that will allow for better sleep.
Yeah, no, look, no longer is the day of just putting a blanket on and getting warm. I mean, you're talking not just, not just the textures alone and the colors, which I do believe has such a big impact on our mood. I mean, just the feel of it. These are functional items as well.
Absolutely.
So now we have options when it comes to our sleep.
You've got options. And I love so there's also something to be said for a heavy quilt or a big duvet. You know, there's a lot of talk in wellness circles also around weighted blankets, which are a specific thing that you use to help reduce stress and decrease anxiety. It really gives you a heaviness when you sleep.
And stops you kind of like shuffling around and tossing and turning at night, I would imagine.
Sit still, exactly.
Okay.
And I think that there's something to be said for the quilts and duvets and stuff, and adding that little bit of heaviness and weight to a sleep experience. Obviously, I know you're dying for these.
Those are like the cherry on the top of anyone's sleep, right? That's like initiate dream mode.
It's also to make sure that it's a really dark space. I think that's, there's a lot of ambient light that comes out of bedrooms, and we all, living in a city and all of that. And these do, I'm not going to ask you to put them on because I can only imagine, but also ensuring that the light quality in your bedroom is a huge difference for sleep.
I think if you asked any presenter to put that on early in the morning, they just go to sleep. So
no, we'd never see you again.
You never see us again. But I must just say, I'm starting to understand what's going on here, because whenever I go to some of these fancy hotels and they've got these beautiful thread counts and these puffy duvets and the colors and the scheme, I just want to sleep. And I realize when I wake up in the morning, that aesthetic is actually functional. It's improved the quality of my sleep. Whether it's just something mental or actually physical, it worked. So I'm here for it.
It works on both. It's psychological, but there are real tips to that. The darkness, the type of bedding, the soft colors.
All right, you better be careful because I'm going to be a superhero after this. This is the last thing that I've needed. Mzansi, you need to listen to this too. I'm telling you, the beauty of sleep, clearly, as you can see on Danielle, she's woken up this morning, but for the rest of us too. And this is how we maximize the quality of our sleep by creating our very own sleep sanctuary with bedding from Woolies. Now, you can shop all of these and more at Woolworths, which is available in-store, online, and of course, on the app. What are you waiting for? It's time to snuggle up, cuddle up in winter, and get your sleep on.